Hello there, my name's Bruce Grant. I'm doing a 7 days sleeping homeless for the Bridge Trust to make awareness of homeless people and their plight. I'm quite looking forward to it.
Hi, I'm Morton and I'm 19 and I'm about to be homeless for a week. I might look nervous, but I'm not that worried, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
My name's Vicky Haig. I'm a solicitor by profession. I'm quite daunted at the moment at the thought of doing this.
Hello, my name is Claire Crummy. I'm 23 and I'm a reporter for the Kent Sussex Courier, taking part in the Homeless Challenge this week to get an insider view of what homeless people go through, how they feel, why they end up on the streets, and really to experience it from the front line. I have no idea what to expect, no plans, don't know where I'm going to sleep, literally going to walk outside the door and don't know where to go. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, day 2 I guess. We found somewhere to sleep last night in the country park. It was okay actually because we found some trees to sleep under, a little bit wet, but managed to stay dry until the morning. Yesterday spent most of the day sort of loitering, didn't really know what to do with myself. Sat in the park for a while, got bored, went to the library, got caught in the rain. You do kind of think, what do people think when they look at you? Do they think you're homeless or do they think we're just backpackers?
Well, we woke up nice and early. Gosh, I was early. And this first thing this morning.
Early being what early?
Well, I woke up several times during the night. Just woke up, but probably headed off around 7. It's not too early, but early enough. We just went into Tunbridge Town again and sat on a bench again, just sort of watched the world go by. I read a book.
And so I walked back and met them, and we spent the night in Haysden Country Park because Morton had found somewhere to stay, which was excellent. It was really good. It was dry. It was a great place to sleep, and so we all had a good night's sleep. Well, ish.
Yeah, I've been sleeping rough for 2 nights so far. The nights are really damp and I've woke up about 8 times during the night. Trouble getting to sleep, the ground's really hard, etc, etc. I've chosen parks and out in the country to sleep because in the towns I think you're going to get hassled by drunks, kids late at night and everything, so I'd sooner sleep outside because then you're not sleeping defensively and keeping an eye open all the time.
Because we went to the soup kitchen yesterday and that was rather a moving experience because playing the role of being homeless, the 2 ladies in there were absolutely convinced that we were homeless and were distraught at the idea that we were, and we both felt very guilty at that and felt that this wasn't fair, that we were putting them through this unnecessarily. So our now minded not to go back to that situation and put anybody else through it. So I'm a bit happier kind of saying I'm doing a homeless challenge rather than saying I am actually homeless.
And then today I've also been to Tunbridge Wells Borough Council and pretended I was genuinely homeless and looking for somewhere to live. Told them I had no ID, no house, I'd left, I had private rented accommodation and left it before I was evicted. Told them I'd been made redundant from my job and I had basically the bag on my back, and they said I was non-priority. And they said that because I was under 25 I would get basically the lowest amount of a loan that they could give me to find rented accommodation if I found it. Basically because I have no ID, I have nothing to prove that I'm homeless, and because I've only lived in England for 5 months and not 6, they don't class me as having a local connection, so they actually said they couldn't help me until I was here 6 months and until I had some ID to prove where I was. So that was quite shocking. I thought that being a sort of young, possibly vulnerable looking female, that I would be one of the first to be offered accommodation, obviously after people with children and people under 18, but they saw me as non-priority and said, well, no, we think you can fend for yourself quite capably. So that was a bit of a shock to the system.
I spent a lot of the afternoon in the library, just reading really. I thought I'd enjoy it more, but I think there's definitely, time just drags so slowly. And myself and Bruce kicked out a really big quiet park, sort of in that direction. That's going to make no sense, but it was quite quiet, but at the same time just kept on waking up all night. Couldn't really sleep very well. Nothing can really, prepare you for this kind of thing at all. Nothing anybody says, or the small experiences you might have, can actually prepare you for being out in the streets all day with nothing to do, and then finding somewhere before it gets dark to get down for the night, and then waking up at the crack of dawn to escape. And I've thought about it a lot, and I don't think I can do it anymore.
But I was thinking this morning, how long could I stick this? Yeah. Could I go a week without talking to anyone? Without any aim, without any purpose, having things to do? Because on Monday I felt that just for a few hours and I was bored out of my mind. So yeah, I'm going to try to get as much time on my own over the next few days and see how it affects me. But now Vicky's gone, don't know where that leaves me. I can either go with Bruce and stay with him at night time, or stay on my own, or pull out, but I'm afraid I'll stay on my own and then have to make the emergency call at 3 in the morning when I start to get scared. So yeah, not too sure.
I have done a bit of begging as well, by the station. Didn't get any money, but I did suss out what people did. Some people looked at you with disgust, some people looked away with horror, and some people sort of made the odd comments at you, getting you or whatever, and all that. I budgeted what food I wanted. But also, because I know it's 7 days, and after that I know it's okay, it's a finish of it. For me, that's brilliant, that's okay. But for someone who really is homeless, it must be flipping horrible, But the money I had left, I've treated myself to treats. I started to say, right, I'll have an all-day brunch one day, and one night I thought, I'll have a couple of beers, because I've still got my food. So, that's how I approached it, to reward myself, sort of thing, because I was going to be fed up, tired, knackered, and all that. But and to me, you imagine that if there was no end to it, I knew it was just for 7 days, but if you're doing it all the time, that'd be bloody dreadful. I used to wake up cold, feeling unclean, sort of fairly hopeless and all that. What the bloody hell am I doing here, And I thought, well, I will get through it, I knew it was okay to get through, but if it wasn't, and you was genuinely homeless, it must be bloody horrible.
The challenge is finally finished, and what a relief to finally get home to a warm, comfortable bed and a homemade meal. And weekend was pretty long, being on my own all the time, but at least now it's over.
Would you ever survived?
And I have survived.